Hey everybody, crypto lovers, greetings for all of you. My name is Eugene Ramanyank, and you're watching another edition of TransAtlantic Crypto Podcast from European side of that podcast. It's me, your co-host Eugene CryptoEmcee in Belarus, and from American side of the podcast is Mr. R.L. Bryer, the renowned author of Blockchain Project Renaissance, book The Crypto Enthusiast, The Austrian Economist Lover, and my cool huge friend in the United States, my crypto guide in the United States. So, Mr. Albreyer's great honor and pleasure to talk to you again.
Mr. Romanenko, it's always a pleasure, my brother, to get a chance to talk to you any day.
So, you're originally from Pittsburgh, New York, and right now you are in Columbus, Ohio. What are you doing there? Tell us, please.
I'm on the road for in the United States here. It's the holidays, Thanksgiving, so I'm on the road visiting my girlfriend. She just began a grad program here down in Columbus, Ohio.
Well,
she's working on a master's.
For our friends who don't know American history, what is Thanksgiving? What is the day? Why it matters for Americans?
Yeah, it's when the Americans decided they were going to head over here and start their own thing. It was like a dinner they got together, and now we celebrate it. You know, they got together with the Pilgrims back in the day, and now the Pilgrims and the natives allegedly sat down and broke bread. So now we celebrate the day here in the U.S. It changes every year, the actual date, but it's just a day where we're supposed to be thankful. You know, remember what we're thankful for, and just get together with family and celebrate.
How do Americans celebrate Thanksgiving? Do they eat? Do they go walking? Do they fires? How do I say? Salads or
no, it's not fire. No fireworks for Thanksgiving. That's the 4th of July. That's Independence Day. It's really like we have a turkey, and you know, that's pretty much the traditional meal is a turkey and you know, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, rolls, stuffed biscuits.
That sounds tasty.
Like that.
Let's go to crypto.
Yeah. I don't want to put you to sleep here.
So, what are the main use in crypto area from your viewpoint in recent months, for example? Tell us.
A lot of people, you know, we had the big run up since the last time you and I talked. We ran up to $14,000 United USD. And I thought we were probably going to head to, you know, 20K pretty quickly, because the last time that happened within a month, you know, we broke into the teens, we hit 20,000, but it didn't happen. We saw like this 50+% drawback, and a lot of people started talking about a bear market, but I'm just not buying it. I think this is definitely still a bull market. We're going to head up to new all-time highs here in the next, I've been saying, you know, before the halving, and I think we're about 177 days. I forgot to look today before we got on, something like that away from the halving. So I'm pretty confident that I think this time we could break it before the halving, but I'm pretty certain this is a bull market. And after the halving, we'll definitely break the new all-time highs. I'm thinking $65,000 in the next 2 years, probably like 90-something weeks or so. But yeah, so we got that going on, and I'm pretty excited because, you know, that bear market was pretty brutal over the last couple of years, since the end of 2000, early 2018 when it reversed. So I think everybody's ready for the gains, but not just to focus completely on price. I'm interested in a lot of other things right now. The Fed just lowered or is buying up more treasuries to keep interest rates artificially low. So all this stuff is kind of culminating together. I think they just pumped like another $160 billion basically into the economy. And, you know, I think this is, while right now Bitcoin is pretty symmetrically tied to, it seems like, you know, people thought it was asymmetric there for a while. I'm not sure whether what's going to happen in the next financial crisis. We're now in a market where this is the longest bull market for stocks in the history of the stock market. So all these things kind of culminating together, I think that something has to give here pretty soon. It just doesn't seem very promising moving forward.
Well, we're at our European side and Russian side carefully tracking all of the Donald Trump tweets, because it's the main newsmaker in our area. So did he post some tweets about crypto last month? Don't you know something about it?
Donald Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in. I don't put a ton of stock in just tweets per se. I don't know. I don't follow the political circus too much. You know, we're both Austrian school guys. I
Yes.
try to stay away
I'm
from the.
joking. I'm joking,
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah. Just for
We don't
you
fucking
know.
care about what I say about crypto.
Yeah, we don't really care too much about what the governments are doing. It is interesting that a lot of countries now are finally admitting that they're going to create their own digital currency. I think it's basically been leaked, or they're coming out and saying it. What depending on where you're at in the world, that all these countries, all these central planners are basically just they're realizing that Bitcoin is the best money ever made, and they basically have to capitulate and start their own cryptos or whatever. But I wrote about this in Blockchain Project Renaissance on Amazon.com, Volume 1. That this is a very risky time in world history, because with the power of blockchain, it can work in our favor in a decentralized fashion, or in the opposition. I view the state as our opposition, basically, in their favor, as in a centralized fashion. And we have to make sure that we choose the right projects, or we can end up being, everything we do can end up being tracked on blockchain from birth to death. So it's integral to human freedom that we make the right decisions.
Well, you might have known that the third largest American political party, Libertarian Party, after Republicans and Democratic Party, don't you know, did you talk about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or whatever stuff concerning like that in their political speech, if you're tracking, of course, this area of...
Yeah, well, I think it all began with Ron Paul, when he was sort of like the libertarian, but running as a Republican candidate back at the beginning of this decade. He kind of put that message forward. I think he might have been the first one. I'm pretty sure he was the first one to accept cryptocurrency as donations for his platform. But I don't keep up on too much of the politics these days. You have some of these people that are running that know they can't win, that are talking about Bitcoin and stuff, and I think they just do it to draw in more people. I think we both agree there's no state solution. It is interesting that you finally see people in the governmental sector embracing cryptocurrencies. I think it's very positive that anytime it's being talked about, even if we don't agree with politics, that it's on people's minds.
Yeah, they're just helping us to promote crypto, and our politicians are liars. Don't listen to them, whatever country they might be. Just read an Austrian school, Austrian economics. It's quite better. So what are your plans in 2020? One month left for 2020. Yeah. 2020 is coming. What are you gonna do in 2020 in majority?
Absolutely, I'm gonna work on
regarding crypto, of course. Regarding crypto.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on my third book. I don't know when that'll come out. I'm gonna try to get that started, and then I haven't started on it yet. The second one is actually being translated into Bosnian right now, which I think is pretty cool. It's in Swedish too. It's kind of some of these people are taking it upon themselves. There's a group of people, a foundation in Bosnia that's doing that, and then in January, January 30th, I'm actually giving a speech in Pittsburgh to a local meetup there. So I'm excited to do that. I've got a couple friends already planning on making that trek. One's coming from New Jersey. He just told me the other day. So that'll be pretty cool. Just staying busy with my writing, and just working on different stuff right now. Hopefully it's another big year. I think this is going to be the biggest year that we've ever seen, possibly in crypto. So it's in blockchain. As things heat up, it'll be fun. I also noticed that you've been you're killing it. You're all over the place. You've been doing a lot of MC events and MCing events, right. And you're putting out videos every single day.
Yes, that's totally right. I do a lot of interviews all over the world with different speakers. I'm honestly enjoying this stuff, and November has been quite silent for events. I was mostly here and home online doing interviews, and my December is already scheduled. I have got 4 events in December in 3 countries: Russia, 2 in Russia, 1 in Belarus, 1 in Ukraine. I'm pretty excited about that. And I think that 2020 year will be even more rich on great events and great interviews. So I'm an MC. That's all.
Yeah. Who's the most interesting person that are you allowed to say that you've talked to recently?
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody. Because psychologically, I am, how to say, I can talk to any infinite amount of people. Really, that's really, I don't hate to talk to people. I cannot be overloaded with talking. I really love to talk. That's why I'm doing interviews. So I even think that after a couple of years, I will have interviewed all the top thousands crypto speakers all over the world. That's the mechanical way of doing. That's not my task, but I do see that it is very, very possible, very real. So please don't be surprised.
It definitely seems like it's coming to fruition. It doesn't hurt that you speak, Russian and English. I don't know. What else do you speak any other languages?
No, I do speak Russian. I'm perfectly in Russian, okay? So I'm covered Russian area. I do speak English, as you see. I don't know any other languages, and I think not so necessary to study, because if you know English, you can explain with the gesture, of course, if you're alive.
I catch up on all the English ones, so I want to tell you I've been appreciating all the content you've been putting out lately.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've covered news, we've covered events. So I think we will be doing this Transatlantic Crypto podcasts regularly. That's nobody will, nobody will disturb us. Nobody will make something that will stop us from doing that, because it's great, it's nice, it's always while politicians are trying to divide us and the countries by the countries and artificial borders, we in the internet era and the crypto era are trying to make quite the opposite, to unite all the people in every country. It is very possible in 21st century, and very easy, and everybody of you can do that. So please maybe copy our scenarios, our behavior, and do the same. So Mr. Arnold Bryer, my American co-host of Transatlantic Crypto Podcast, has been here, and I am your co-host, Eugene, your CryptoEmcee. So stay with us, stay tuned, stay crypto, and see you in the next very, very next episode.